Good morning, Bitcoiners. Welcome to Bitcoin for Me Immortals channel. We're going to talk about Bitcoin, crypto assets, technology, and the future. Bitcoin for Me Immortals is a book available at Amazon. If you want it for free, just drop me a comment here here below, and I send it to you in PDF for free. Here we don't give financial advice; we give education and entertainment, of course. And well, it's been quite a week. It's been quite a week. Oh my God, what happened? What happened with Luna? What happened with crypto? What happened with Bitcoin? What's going on? Let's have a look at the markets and see what we can learn from this whole week. Okay, Bitcoin is right now recovering, and most of the others as well, but not Luna. Don't buy Luna now. Luna is gone forever. Now the market is showing a little bit red, but 5 minutes ago everything was green, so it's up and down. But it has recovered. Bitcoin has recovered from 25. It went as low as 25,000, and now it's near 30,000. We are in extreme fear 14, but we actually got to 9, which is very, very low. Remember, when the fear is extreme, it's the time to buy. Also, we took this dip, and then it's kind of recovering, and now it's dipping again. But I think we're gonna, for the next few days, we're probably gonna stay around 30,000 and see what happens. Okay. First of all, the biggest news of the week was the Luna. Luna went down to 0. Luna is now gone forever. It's dead. Don't buy Luna. Some people are actually buying Luna in the hope that it will go back to $100. That it can never happen. It's impossible that Luna will ever go to $100, because on the way down, the way the Luna works is when the price drops, they keep minting more and more tokens. So the number of tokens now is so big that it's impossible that it will ever get to $1. It can never go to $1 again. It can never go to $0.1 again. And forget about $100. If Luna went up to $100, it means that Luna will be more valuable than all the assets, all the financial assets in the world, including gold, the stock market, bonds, real estate, and Bitcoin. Altogether, Luna will be higher than that. That's not what happened. Luna is going to 0 and it's dead. Some people are making some money because when it dropped to 0.00001, they bought there, and then it went to 0.2. But unless you're very quick, you will lose everything if you try to buy now. So don't bother. Luna is dead, and all we can do. I have lost some money with Luna, I have to say, but the main thing here is to learn the lessons. Why we believe that Luna was a sound asset, and what happened there, what went wrong with that. Well, basically, I got this article here from Lee Alden. She's a very good analyst, financial analyst, and she always writing articles about Bitcoin, gold, and all the assets. And she's analyzing what went wrong with Luna. And basically, Luna made a mistake. Luna, it was digital alchemy, as Lynn Alden says. They were trying to be very clever. They were trying to be okay. We can have a stable coin, and then we can have Luna, and it's gonna be an algorithmic peg between the dollar and Luna, and we will burn Luna when we have too many, and the price will go up, and when the price go down, or the other way around, when the price goes up, they burn. When the price goes down, they mint more, or the opposite, something like that. In theory, it all sounded good on paper, but they didn't realize that every single project out there can be attacked by the whales, and Luna was attacked by whales, and then they bought a lot of UST, and then they dump all at once, and then it doesn't matter how many lunas you burn or how many lunas you mint, you're not gonna be able to fight against a big whale. Even though they have 80,000 bitcoins to back the project, they had to sell all those, and it didn't work. Yes, it just didn't work. It was a very poor design, and it wasn't taking account the attacks. So all we can learn here is that anything that is proof of work actually works. Anything that is proof of stake, it could be a bubble. It could be printing infinite amounts of tokens, minting too many tokens, and then the bubble could burst any moment. So what is the only coin that is actually proof of work? Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the only one. Ethereum also, but Ethereum is transitioning into proof of stake. So what happens to Luna could happen to Solana, could happen to Cardano, could happen to many others, Avalanche and many others. It could not happen to Bitcoin. It cannot happen to Bitcoin. And it's somewhat unlikely that it will happen to Ethereum, but because Ethereum is still proof of work, but when they go to proof of stake, who knows? So don't be greedy. Don't try to make. Some people didn't buy Bitcoin because it was too expensive, and then they bought Luna. Well, that was an expensive mistake, wasn't it? Don't think about the price of the token. Think about how much money are you putting into it, and how much risk you are taking. So basically, be extremely careful with any cryptocurrency, and if you want to be safe, the only one is Bitcoin. Also, this is the price of Bitcoin, and Bitcoin took a dip. This little thing in red here was the dip that Bitcoin took, and because Bitcoin dip just that killed the shitcoin that was Luna. So be careful when you buy shitcoins. Also, I have this is very good news coming from China. China is very much against Bitcoin, but the High People's Court of Shanghai has declared Bitcoin to be a virtual asset protected by Chinese law. So somehow they are backing. They're saying that people have the right to buy Bitcoin. So this is good. Even in China, which is a totalitarian state that is totally against Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is freedom, Bitcoin is independence, Bitcoin is sovereignty, and despite of everything, the government is going against it. For some reason, the High Court says that people have the right to buy Bitcoin. So this is actually good news coming from China. Also, this is really good news. Nayib Bukele is gonna hold a meeting in El Salvador tomorrow to discuss Bitcoin with 44 countries. 44 countries are going to El Salvador to talk about Bitcoin. What's gonna happen there? Most of them are gonna probably implement Bitcoin as legal tender in the countries. 44 countries, mostly from South America and Africa, and some Asian countries as well. So this is really good news. They are not going to talk about Luna. They are not going to talk about Cardano. They are not going to talk about Solana. They are not going to talk about Ethereum, because these are very risky assets that are probably a bubble and eventually will burst. But they're going to talk about the only sound asset in history, in financial history, that is gonna last forever. It's gonna last longer than the euro. It's gonna last longer than the dollar. It's gonna last longer than the British pound. So there you go. And this is Bitcoin in the media, no? When Bitcoin goes up, the media says, "Oh, it's a bubble." When it goes down a little bit, it says, "Oh, it's dead." Then it's a bubble. Then it's dead. Then it's a bubble. But look at that. It's going up and up and up. Media don't understand Bitcoin. Media hate Bitcoin. Media is trying to play the game of to sell the narrative of the fiat money and governments and banks. But all those are dead. Fiat money is dead, and the only asset that's going to last forever is Bitcoin. Don't listen to the media. And this is the bond market. The bond market is like, it's taking a dip. It's gonna, most experts agree that it's now in negative. The yield of bonds is negative. Bonds are traditionally an investment vehicle, very conservative, and investment funds like pension funds have been investing in bonds because they can, even though the yield is between 1% and 5%, the yield is quite low, but still it's kind of, they consider it's like a safe investment. No anymore. Bonds are not safe anymore, and bonds are negative, giving you a negative yield. If you put $100 into yields, next year you will have $90. So that's not very good. So what happened? The bond market is about 120, probably $140 trillion. And that market is now looking for alternatives. That money is looking somewhere to be parked. And they will look into the stock market, but it's a bit risky for them. They will look into gold, they will look into real estate, and they will of course look into Bitcoin. So keep an eye on that, because if only 10% of that money goes into Bitcoin, Bitcoin will do a 20x. And that's going to happen. This is a tweet that I thought it was interesting. This guy says, Zbesky. He said, well, you might think when Bitcoin goes down below 30, you want to buy the dip, of course, and that's good. But the important thing here is the willingness to go down with the ship. It doesn't matter how low Bitcoin goes, you never sell. You never sell, because Bitcoin is the only hope. It's the only alternative to a corrupt, obsolete, inflationary system that is fiat money. You don't want a system that is manipulated by central banks. You don't want a system that is trying to control your money, that is not giving you the right to own property. Remember that your house is not your house. The money in your bank is not your money, because you need permission to use those. The government can say, we're going to close your bank account today, and they will close it, and you will lose all your money. They're going to say your house is being repossessed because this new law that we need your property. The only property you can own today is Bitcoin. You put Bitcoin in a cold wallet and nobody can take it from you. Never forget that. Also, often they say that Bitcoin is a pyramid. It's a pyramid scheme. But look at the dollar. The dollar is got a pyramid written in the center of the bill. So there you go. The real pyramid here is fiat money. Fiat money, the dollar, the euro. These are pyramids because they are controlled by an elite. They can mint, they can print as many as they want, and they do. And they just printed 8 trillion in the last 2 years. Printing so much made them extremely rich at the top. Banks and the people that are closer to the printing machine, by the Cantillon effect, they get extremely rich, and the people at the bottom get extremely poor. You're getting poorer and poorer every year because your euros, your pounds, and your dollars are worth less and less due to inflation, due to the printing money. That's a pyramid. That's the exact definition of a pyramid, and Bitcoin is exact the exact opposite of a pyramid. There's only 21 million Bitcoin. Nobody's controlling the printing of Bitcoin. Is being set in stone by the algorithm, and we have 900 new Bitcoins every single day, and no more and no less. And in 2024, we'll have 450 every day, no more, no less. Can you say how much euros are going to be printed tomorrow? No, you cannot say. And can you say how many $1 trillion are in circulation today? Nobody knows, because the Fed, the central bank, the European Central Bank, they don't allow anybody to audit their accounts. They wanna work in opaque ways. They wanna do whatever they want without you knowing exactly what's going on, because they want you to be poorer and they want to be richer. That's the exact definition of a Ponzi scheme, of a pyramid. And also, related to this Luna Fiasco, this guy says, somebody was asking, does anyone know a project that won an end in a rug pull, please? And Condalorian says, Bitcoin, you dumb fuck. In case you didn't know, the only project that can never end up like Luna is Bitcoin. And that includes the euro, the dollar, and all fiat money. Okay, guys, this is all I got for today. Remember to press the notification bell, subscribe, comment, and remember, avoid coins, avoid fiat money, and put your money in Bitcoin, which is the only safe asset ever. Thank you very much, and I will see you next week. Bye bye.